Hey guys and dolls, welcome back to another episode of Cover to Cover with M. So, yeah, I was thinking, what book do I want to look at today? Totally decided to go with another Smallville because after getting one out of the way, which one is cool, total awesome to see a continuation of the series. 2 introduces somebody that, oh yes. You might be able to see this here, maybe this costume, maybe a hint of that there. You might be able to tell who that is. That cape, that should be a big giveaway. Detective, the title of this collected volume, or trade paperback, if you will. Yeah, let me move the camera a little bit here. Oh yes. This little number right here introduces Batman to the Smallville universe. Now, real quick, for those of you who don't know, I know there's a few younger people that watch these. Smallville was a TV series that lasted from 2001 until 2011, 10 full seasons. That played on Channel 20, or the CW, I guess, Channel 23 for me. But it basically chronicles, when you start, it's him in 9th grade. So it's his entire high school career through his little bit of college career. But it's basically him becoming Superman. It's him becoming the Man of Steel that we all know and love. So, yeah, I mean, I love the show. I grew up with it. I was 12, 12, I believe, in 2001 when the first episode aired, and I just ate this show up, yeah. But, yeah, I've said before that this season 11, this comic book version of season 11 is just, it's so fun. It does everything, clearly, there's Tom Welling's Superman in his own Superman suit, which you can see is a little different than any we've seen. It's got this interesting dark lining underneath, but yeah, as someone who grew up and loved Smallville, I love these books. They're so fun. Again, they do everything the show never could, and the show did quite a bit. We had a Justice League essentially on there. We had Superman, the Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Green Arrow. All working together as basically an impromptu Justice League, a TV show version Justice League. So the show did a lot of cool things. It was either you either loved the show or you hated it. That seems to be my experience. But yeah, these books are so fun. But in this one, we finally get to see the Smallville universe meeting of Batman and Superman. And Batman, this is probably the most different take you will see on Batman in any Batman book or Superman book. It's really different. You can see his face. You see how his chin is purple. I don't know if he wears makeup. I can't remember exactly. But his even where his mouth is revealed in his cowl, it's purple or black. It's really dark. This here, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. This is actually red solar energy to weaken Superman. Obviously, they get in a little bit of a scuffle, a little bit. For as good of friends they are, for every great moment in their friendship they have a great battle, I swear. But there's a couple interesting, really interesting and creative liberties in this, which I quite enjoyed. And one being is we get Nightwing. There's no Robin, we have Nightwing. But Nightwing is not who you would think it was. Right now, first person to come to mind, who's Nightwing? I'm sure you have somebody. In this book, Barbara Gordon is Nightwing. That's one of the big differences in the, one of the big changes to the Batman lore, which I thought was really cool. It's pretty fun. Book 2, or Book 1, is fun and all. It introduces you back into Smallville, but a full bore 100%. Here's full on Superman in a suit battling the greatest villains, bringing on his other greatest heroes he knows. But this book is just it was really fun. This is one of I have I think 8 volumes of Smallville season 11, and this is one of my favorites. I would easily put this in the top 2, I believe. So yeah, I mean they do a lot. You guys know that have been watching me for a while. I'm a huge Superman fan, and I love Doomsday, the monster that killed the Man of Steel. They did Doomsday in Smallville, and I was kind of let down because he didn't kill Superman in the TV series. They had a pretty epic battle, but he didn't kill Superman. But he comes back in season 11, and it's a lot more entertaining, I guess, a lot more fulfilling. I mean, essentially, they did Doomsday in season 8, and it was all of season 8 building up to the climax of them fighting. And them fighting lasted for maybe 10 minutes. And again, he didn't kill Clark. Clark didn't die, which is what I was anticipating. They actually kind of wrote it, and they ended up having Clark die in season 9. But, yeah, I was kind of disappointed. Doomsday looked great. It was a practical Doomsday. It was a big dude, in a latex suit or whatever. Or maybe not even latex. I think he was just a big guy. He was really buff, but they did the prosthetics for the bone spikes and stuff, and he looked pretty cool. He had this gross black saliva, and yeah, he was a pretty cool. For people that I know, a lot of people did not like the Batman v Superman Doomsday. As a huge Doomsday fan, I did not mind that version at all. But for people that hated that version, check out the Smallville episode where we get the full-on Doomsday versus Superman fight. It's a very traditional Doomsday, in terms of what he looks like in the comic books in the original storyline, The Death of Superman. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to tell you any more about this book. It's a fun book. It's one I'm not going to do a bunch of spoilers on. I already gave you a big one with Barbara Gordon being Nightwing. But this book is fun. If you loved Smallville or even enjoyed it and don't want to read all of the books, if you had one to read, I would probably say read this one because it is so freaking fun seeing Batman brought into the world of Smallville. Look at the back here. Long before Clark Kent took the Metropolis skies as Superman, another caped hero protected the crime-ridden alleys of Gotham City. The Batman. Investigating the criminal organization Intergang, that should be familiar to some folks. The Dark Knight and his partner Nightwing, aka Barbara Gordon, travel to Metropolis to interrogate a two-bit jailbird in Stryker's Island Penitentiary. But Batman's history with this particular prisoner instantly makes the case personal. I'll let you read the rest. There's another good look at Batman. We get the traditional white eyes, but there's that weird paint or whatever on his face. He's very interesting. There's what his bat looks like normal, I guess, without the red solar energy. I will tell you, they also took a kind of Christian Bale approach with him. When he speaks, his word bubble is kind of gurgly looking. And at one point they mention in here, something about the bat voice and how it sounds like he's gargling gravel or something to that extent, which is exactly what the Bale voice was to me. After him, there became a bat voice, and I'm always well, you want to get real? If there's a bat voice, if there has to be a bat voice, it's Kevin Conroy. Hands down. Come on. Give it up, guys. Kevin Conroy for real. Just like Mark Hamill really is the iconic Joker voice. I love Jack Nicholson. I love Heath Ledger, and I love Jared Leto, but in terms of when I watch a Batman cartoon and him and Joker interacting, if Mark Hamill's not doing the voice, it's always awkward for me. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. I have nothing else to say. I don't want to give any of this away. This is a super fun read. Really, I mean, these books really are for my Smallville fans out there. I know there's got to be at least one of you that watched this show. I think Chris, you said you enjoyed this show, but yeah, I absolutely loved this show. It was one of the defining things of my teenage to adult years. So, like I said, it was from 12 to 22 or whatever this show was running, and loved Smallville. So yeah, like I said, that's it. Another volume of Smallville season 11 down. I have 6 more to go. I think I have 8, I believe. I'm not sure what we'll do next week. I haven't really been planning ahead. Lately it's been it's time to do cover to cover. What do I want to do? Let's go look at the books. So I mean, I try to vary it. I don't want to do something like I don't want to do another Superman next week. I'll do something else. So, yep. There's a little look at Volume 2 Detective of Smallville Season 11. It's super fun. If you enjoyed Smallville, read this. Seriously, you'll love it. Yep. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on rocking, guys.